war is going to destroy some of our infrastructure inside the country, but at the same time, if the price of the war is to get rid of the regime, we are going to support that.
The president of the Iranian Student Association at OU says for many in the community, today's headlines are deeply personal.
The people of Iran, most of them, I cannot say everyone, but most of them, they were waiting for the president of the United States to help them. So I know when a war starts, there are different reactions.
He says reaction inside Iran has been complex.
But the first reaction of the people of in Iran about the war was when they heard that the supreme leader of Iran is killed. Almost everybody felt a sense of happiness.
He says years of unrest shaped many of those reactions.
People really tried hard over the years to reform the government in Iran. And every time the government response was just killing people. 50 days ago, there were some protests in Iran that people came onto street and the government of Iran, they tried to kill people. Thousands of people were killed in those protests.
While some feel hope for change, he says fear for loved ones weighs heavily on him. He has friends and family in Iran and communication is unreliable.
They can call us sometimes, but we cannot call them. And we don't know really what's happening inside. And the only source of news right now inside Iran are the governmental news agencies inside Iran.
Despite uncertainty, he wants Americans to know one thing.
I respect everything the administration of the United States is doing right now. But one thing I want to say, and my friends ask me to say about from behalf of the Iranian community inside the United States, that Iranian people are friend of United States people and citizens. That's all.
Megan Mosley, KOCO 5 News.